I don't know if it makes sense, but you've always said that, or I don't know if you said it or your dad taught you that on the court, the only friends you have is the ball. And that's kind of the mentality you've always played with. But you've been in the league a long time. You've made a lot of friends. You've gotten a lot of respect from former teammates. Is it harder to kind of maintain that mentality as you walk out on the court, just because of how many people you know in the league now?
No.
No.
If you ask anybody that knows me, that's a friend of mine, they know when the game starts, I'm not going to talk to them. It's not even a question. So don't come ask me anything about nothing.
Do other players, though, know that still, or do they?
They learn. It's only one way to find out.
You got a tech the other night for talking to the Blazers bench.
Yeah.
And I think I heard you say that they were talking to me first. Is that typically the case when you start talking to people? Do they talk to you
Yeah, I
first?
don't normally, me personally, I don't just start talking trash out of nowhere randomly. I may scream or, that's how I play. But normally I'm not talking crazy to nobody. But if somebody talking crazy to me, then that's fine. We can do that. I ain't gonna back down from nobody.
Does that change anything for you when somebody starts talking to you?
It does. It's just more of an edge for me, which is fine. It's not good for them, but I guess they assume that's probably best for them. Whatever.
Russell, what's that been like for you guys having so many children this year, whether it's you or Terrence or Dennis now? What's it been like just in the locker room with the team, just having that kind of a go down?
I don't really know what you mean.
Oh.
I mean, what it's like for other people to have kids? I'm confused.
Oh, just for like the team to have like a lot of teammates having children at the same time in the same year.
Honestly, I prefer not to comment on that. Just respectfully of other people, other fathers. They may have certain opinions on. They may want to talk about their child. They may not. So I'm just not going to respond on that one.
You're about to head into, after this game against New Orleans, about to head into the All-Star break. Just how do you normally approach that weekend?
Honestly, I haven't thought about it yet. So I'm going to play tomorrow, and then I'll think about that on Friday.
I got another random question for you while I'm at it. So, you guys play that shooting game, and a big part of it is obviously kind of distracting each other, I assume. I've noticed that on the free throw line, you've kind of got a move that you like to stand up real straight when somebody's shooting the free
I
throw.
don't know what you're talking about, Trent.
Never mind.
Russell, I'm kind of working on a story about pregame celebrations and not celebrations necessarily, but like the handshakes that you guys do. Like, who kind of comes up with that stuff? Is that kind of a collaboration between guys, or does one guy come up with a handshake and it kind of just carries on from game to game?
Depends. Very on the person, the guy, how long you've known them, how long they've been here.
How important is it to finish up strong going the All-Star break with another victory? That feel good going into the break?
I mean, it's important you take care of the game. Mentally, people that look forward to the break, most of the guys that teams that lose. So you just got to take care of business and then take a little time to decompress and then be ready to come back.
Russ, you've been there as an MVP. The PG as an MVP candidate. Train is kind of picking up steam. What are your thoughts on that? Do you believe he is that guy this season?
Absolutely. I mean, we are, I don't know, tied or maybe third seed, whatever. But the way he's playing consistently, the one thing I always continue to pride myself on is being consistent. And then this year, in my opinion, P's been very consistent to be able to do the same thing every night. It's not easy to do. It's not something that I don't take for granted. I think a lot of people around the world that don't play basketball, that don't play sports, don't understand how hard it is to be consistent and get your mind right every night to be able to do something. So for him to be able to do that and stay on the path to be able to do that, he's definitely the front runner for my MVP. So.
When you hear opposing players say similar things about him, and that's beginning to happen, a couple of Portland players did the other night. It happened in Houston, the same thing. Does that validate what is going on with him?
I don't really think he needs validation from anybody, in my opinion. That's just how I personally feel, because it's the same people last year that was saying that he wasn't rated. So I don't, that's how I feel personally. So the same people now that are saying, oh, Paul George, da-da-da-da-da, it's the same people that last year that was talking mess. So honestly, if I was him, I wouldn't care either way.
The
When you talk about, with your game this year, there's so much talk about the shooting, but then the other things you do to make up for all that sort of stuff, there's so much conversation about it. Do you totally disengage from that stuff? Do you hear what people say?
I've been disengaged in that conversation since started playing basketball when I was 8.
Is that hard to
Okay.
do?
Nah, I've been blessed with the talent to not to give a fuck. So I don't, regardless of what happens. Doesn't change the way I live. Doesn't change what I think. Doesn't change anything. I have an unbelievable family, great friends, unbelievable life, unbelievable job. Make a lot of money in my job. Extremely blessed, thankful, humble. Hasn't been in trouble. Don't cause no problems. I'm perfectly fine. I'm living the best life. I can't complain one bit. So he say, she say, what somebody say about me, what they say about shooting, passing, dribbling. I don't really care. Every year is something. They got to make up something about me, which is fine. It's good. One thing I always know is if they're not talking about you, then you're not doing something right. So.
Do you think that ability not to care about it is that part of why you're successful? That you can't shut it out?
Honestly, it's just a blessing. I don't really know. Something I had to always fight through my whole life. It's not. It's the reason why I have the motto of why not. It's what I really believe in. It's truly what I stand by, because there are many people in the world that will let people tell them they can or cannot do something, or oh, that can't happen again, or you can't do that again, or you may not never see that again. Those words I don't use in my vocabulary. Can't, never, doesn't work. It's like, well, why not me? Why not be able to change and do something to change the culture, change basketball, change the way it's played. So I just think differently, man, and that's just how I always think.
Do
I've
you,
thought.
do you use the criticism as motivation?
No.
No.
If you do it, for what? I mean,
Yeah.
I say even kill. The more even kill, the better. There's no need. I don't need somebody to motivate me to be able to wake up and come to work and do my job. I motivate myself to be able to be the best I can be in the world, and regardless of what other people say, good or bad. You can write people can pat me on my back every day. I'm gonna give you the same response. As you guys know, I don't change for nobody, for nothing. I do the same thing every night, and I'm gonna continue to do that.
Are you down to talk about your girls and what it's been like to add 2 more to your family?
No.